Hello, everybody. Sorry I'm a couple minutes late. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't going to forget anything, and then I had an eyelash emergency, so I had to deal with that quickly. Anyways, I hope you guys are having a really great weekend. I hope you're enjoying the party. I hope you're learning lots, and don't forget, ask any questions. So tonight, it's party time. I'm so excited. My sisters are coming over after, because I'm making a bunch of cocktails, and last time I did this, I had cocktails that I was drinking all weekend, and I can't drink them all by myself or just with me and my hubby, so I'm happy I have people to share with tonight. So if you jump on here live, say hello. If you watch later, throw me a hashtag replay. So any of our drinks that I'm making tonight, any of our cocktails, you can make mocktails just by eliminating the alcohol. So all these drinks, I make them sometimes as cocktails, sometimes as mocktails, and I love that they're so versatile. Okay, so I'm trying to decide what to make first. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to make our sangrias. I'm going to make two different types. The first one I'm going to make is the watermelon sangria. And so, let me show you what it looks like. It smells so delicious. If you love watermelon, you will like this tea, whether you like it tipsy or virgin style. It is delicious. Okay, so this here is our decanter. It's great as just to pour wine if you want just to pour wine. It's got a pouring spout and an infuser at the top. It's like a kind of like an infuser top. So I love that it's very classy and beautiful looking. I make mocktails in this as well as cocktails, or just put my wine in if I want a pretty container. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put two of these potted teaspoons, and that would be 6 teaspoons of tea into my decanter. All right, now this decanter is great. If you're looking, if you like this decanter and you were thinking of purchasing it, it does come in a really great collection as well if you wanted to save some money and get some sangria tea mixes. These sangria tea mixes are not just for sangria. You can make hot tea, you can make them hot, cold into iced teas, into spritzers, into or into sangria, or a cocktail mix. Okay, so I'm going to grab some fruit. So I've got some frozen watermelon. Now your sangrias, when you make sangrias, you can mix and match your fruit and whatever you've got on hand. You can also mix and like change the wines up. It doesn't have to be the kind that I'm using. Whatever you like. Some I think taste better with white or rosé or red, but most of them are, if not all of them, are really good individually. Or sorry, all 3 types. Okay, now I'm going to put a few berries in here. Give it a little bit of different flavor. And so for my wines, with the watermelon berry sangria, I often will choose a rosé. I don't have a rosé tonight. I just have Muscat Autumnal, which I really like in my sangrias, as well as I have a Pinot Gris. So my preferred wine, I live in the Okanagan. I'm kind of a wine snob. I really like the hillside wines. You can't really find them anywhere but in the Okanagan, but I use any type of wine though, really. So I put the full bottle in. Oh, I spilled. So when I'm making sangrias, what I like to always make sure I have on hand is some soda water and some Sprite. And the reason why I like to have them on hand is because depending on the sweetness of the fruit And depending on the taste of the wine, and everybody's tastes are individual, so if you're having a party or whatever, always have soda water, especially because sometimes it can be really sweet. And if it's just a really sweet fruit, like I said, or a sweeter wine, and then you don't want it to be overpoweringly sweet, so you could always add some soda water to it if you're finding it's a sweeter batch of sangria, and that's what I do. I also usually have like a Sprite or something like that in case somebody wants it sweeter if it tends to be on the drier side. But, okay, so what I do is I'm going to add just a little bit of lemon lime syrup. You don't really necessarily have to add this. You could just add soda water to top it off. Just adding a little bit, a half a cap. I like our SodaStream syrups, and I love having SodaStream because you can make your own. I used to buy bubbly all the time in the cans, and I had so many cans that I just thought this is so wasteful, and it's driving me crazy having all of these cans in the house all the time, and I'm always going to the depot. So I ended up getting a SodaStream, and I love it with our teas because you can make your own homemade bubbly, and you're not paying the amount that you would be from the grocery store. It's a lot cheaper. You just cold steep the tea and add soda water. That's all you do. Or you can hot steep your tea according to directions, pour it over ice, and add some soda water to the top. And there's your bubbly. Okay, so that's all there is to it. So that I made this sangria here. Put that off to the side. And so I'm going to grab my perfect tea pitcher. I love this perfect tea pitcher. I said before in one of my demos, but it's got that infusing type lid. This can go on the stove, on gas stoves, as well as electric stoves. And so it's so versatile. I have my Prism teapot, which I like for the stove, so I prefer to, because this is also a bigger jug, I prefer to use this one for my iced teas and spritzers and sangrias. All right, so the next one I'm gonna try, I haven't made this one yet before. And this is mango lemon sangria. Sorry, I have made it before, just not as a sangria. So I'm curious as to how this is gonna turn out. But as a spritzer or iced tea, it's amazing. Like, look at all that fruit in there. So I'm going to put 6 teaspoons or 2 potted teaspoons in here. And then, oh, it smells so good. I can smell the mango. It's so yummy. Okay, so I'm gonna grab some fruit. And I just have a tropical blend, bite-sized blend here. Just with berries and pineapple and mango, strawberries. And you want frozen versus fresh because then the juices, you're gonna get some extra flavor from the juices. Just tastes that much better. All right, so I'm going to add my wine. With the blackberry sangria, I prefer to make my sangrias with a red. And I prefer to use, you know what? I forgot something. I forgot my rum. Sorry guys, hang on a sec. I totally forgot my rum. Okay, so with my sangria, you can just use wine, but I prefer to add also a shot of either vodka or rum, or whatever alcohol you prefer. And so I'm gonna add 1 shot to each. I usually add 1.5 to 2 ounces per container of sangria. Okay. All right. Okay, so we added our wine, we added our rum, and I'm going to add just half a cap of the SodaStream, lemon lime SodaStream. You could add a little splash of Sprite if you want, or you don't have to add any, because really the wine and the tea and the fruit is quite sweet. So You don't have to add any of that. And then all you do is you sit this for 2 hours or overnight, and then your sangria is ready. All right, so I've got 2 more drinks that I am going to show you. Okay, so the first one I am going to show you is, oh, sorry. Oh shoot, I don't even need that. Okay, sorry, I'm all over the place today. I was gonna give you a tip first before I start this next cocktail. So what I like to do, if I'm gonna have a party, or just even, sometimes just even for home, I like to make concentrates. I've mentioned this, I think, in the iced tea video. And so I have all these little jars. And so what I do is I put 2 potted teaspoons or 6 teaspoons, and then I just fill it with cold water. I put the lid on, stick it in the fridge, and then it's ready for a concentrate. So you can just add that to Sprite, make that a cocktail mix, use it just as a spritzer concentrate, just add it to some soda water, or you can add it to some Sprite. And so it's really handy because it just doesn't take up a lot of room, and you just have that ready on the go. And with your fruit teas, it doesn't matter how long you steep them, so you can't over steep them. You can just sit them in the fridge for a few days and they're always good to go. I'd say 3 or 4 days and you're fine. And so that's what I like to do. Okay, so I'm going to make, I don't know if you remember, but I was talking about the Fizzy Matcha Sours. And so we have a really good recipe for the Fizzy Matcha Sours. And so I'm making it a little bit different today because I normally have just plain vodka, but I only have vodka, orange flavored vodka. So I'm hoping this is gonna be good. And so what I do is, if you have lemonade, you can use lemonade. I'm using the Superhero Lemon Magical Tea. It's like a lemonade. So I just cold steep that and had that ready to go instead of lemonade. So what I'm gonna do is I am going to pour this in my cup, this strawberry fizzy matcha sour. I like this cocktail because you get the benefits of the matcha and the energy of the matcha, and you, whoops, and you're having a fun cocktail as well. Okay, so then all I'm going to do is I'm going to pour 3/4 full into your glass of lemonade or lemon tea, cold. And then I'm just going to stir it around, add some ice. To me, it tastes better with ice. I had a little bit of alcohol in here, so I'm hoping it doesn't affect how it fizzes, but it's fine if it doesn't fizz. It'll still taste good. Just want to make sure you're stirring it and you don't have any clumps. Okay, so don't be put off by the, oh, I'm going to stir it a little bit more. I do have a little bit more matcha to stir in. Don't be off put by the color, like I always say with matcha. It is so delicious. It just is green though. So good. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna have to make these for my sister while we're waiting for our sangria to steep. All right, and so the last drink I'm gonna make is a mocktail, and that is going to be strawberry lime daiquiri. And this is delicious. Getting to the end of my bag, so let's see if I can show you. There we go. And so I am going to pour that in here. I'll just strain it into an infuser after because I don't want the tea leaves to go into the cup. But this is an easy infusing craft that I can use. And so all I'm going to do with this one is I'm pouring some soda water. And I'm going to add some lemon lime syrup. And then I'm going to steep that in the fridge for 2 hours overnight. And then I have a delicious mocktail or spritzer. This would be great for a cocktail mix as well. So to make a strawberry sangria, what you can also do if you want it crushed, so what you can do is you can cold steep your strawberry lime daiquiri. So you just put water in it, you put it in the fridge or on the counter for 2 hours and let it steep, and then you can just pour it into ice cube trays. And I would actually, pour it into ice cube trays, throw it in the freezer, freeze them, blend it in the blender. Maybe put a little bit, you might need to put some water, like a little bit of water or Sprite in there, just because it's frozen ice. Of course, you don't want to wreck your blender. And then I would just pour that into a nice fancy glass, top it with some Sprite, I should say in the blender, you should throw in a handful of frozen strawberries as well to give it a little bit of extra strawberry taste. I'm actually going to do that in with this strawberry lime daiquiri mocktail too. There. And that's all I have to say, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this demo. Our teas make phenomenal cocktail mixes. I posted earlier rattlers, a recipe for beer rattlers, and they're delicious as well. My husband likes them, and yeah, what I like about making my cocktails with tea is you're getting the health benefits of the tea, and so I don't feel quite as bad about indulging once in a while. Anyways, I hope you guys have a fantastic night and rest of your weekend. Let me know if you have any questions. I hope you enjoyed this. Take care. Have a good night. Bye-bye.